declared emergency of international concern.
Mpox is transmitted by close skin-to-skin contact, often in the context of sex.
Show you all this shit in plain sight, but I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashimi, Hawashai, Bashim Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders and the great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noahs in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashimi, Hawashai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the spirit. I'm not going to really speak too much because, even though it wasn't too much of a commentary in this little clip, this snippet, I mean, this 1 minute and 30-second video told a tale of a whole goddamn trend, man. And we've been saying from Jump Street back in 2020 all the way up until this point with this current administration that you was going to see a lot of crazy and freakish behaviors, going to see a lot of agendas being promoted and pushed, and a lot of our people was going to fall victim unto this whole ordeal. Now, what's so weird, because I'm going to play it here, it says the M, you know what, and then they typed in C19 symptoms as well. And allegedly, they came out as being the same. They look like one and the same. Okay, and we understand that the scriptures go into the particular boils and, the afflictions and the sores, which is going to come from these poisons. And also when it goes into the MOTB, the chip, how people were going to break out with cancerous sores, man, for taking that MOTB, which is the chip, which the juice, this new juice that they already got, that they're getting ready to mandate. And also, when you get the MOTB, it all plays a role in this whole pivotal setup, man. So this is why they mentioned that turbo cancers in men are up 93%. Okay, because of the shenanigans you people been falling for, man. And we've been telling you straightforward that this shit was gonna get weird in about 2 or 3 years' time. People were gonna start having a particular, and I'm trying to speak on it in code, but you're gonna have particular reactions to this whole ordeal. Okay, people didn't believe us. They called us sea theorists. They said we were making things up. They said that we was fear mongering, but yet, they even mentioned that people that took the ordeal had a 2 to 3 year lifespan before shit started to happen. So, hey, it makes sense, man. Like at the camp we went to the camp Friday, and it was the spirit. It was this Edomite dude walking down the street with this Edomite woman, and the spirit was he lifted up his shirt and he had like this red shit on his stomach. Now Esau, his skin is not compatible with sun and with nature, so it could have been anything. But when I first saw it, I didn't say nothing, but I thought about it, and the brother took the words right out of my mouth. And it's the spirit that he walked right past the camp, and the spirit had him to lift up his shirt without even recognizing that we was already seeing what we saw. Okay, I don't even think it was intentional. I think he just did it because he was talking to his chick. But he raised up his shirt at a perfect time, and I saw all this red shit on his stomach, and I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, that looked like that ordeal. And then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, the brother next to me actually made mention of it, man. So the shit is already here. And you people that shot the J, 9 times out of 10, however they're going to do whatever reaction or whatever chemical reaction people are going to have from this whole shit that they're putting in people, hey, expect something big to happen. Okay, expect a big one, because now they're talking about how they weaponize, like I believe intel came out from Russia, that how they was gonna weaponize a particular pestilence, man. Okay, so you people are getting ready to fucking, oh, it's gonna be bad out here. It's gonna be horrible, man. All right, let me go back to 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. And I can't really speak on this the way I really want to, because we already know Esau gonna come out with their little bullshit ass parameters, with their little what you call it, they little silencing ordeal, with their little censoring shit, taking down videos, all that's medical misinfo, that ain't what it is. But yet they put the shit right in their shows, man. All right, so let's go from here to the book of Exodus 9 and 11 real quick, because the scriptures goes into these plagues. Okay, so this is the book of Exodus 9, and I'm going to start at verses 11. It says, "And the Egyptians cannot stand before Moses because of the boils. For the boil was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians." And you modern day Americans ain't nothing but modern day Egyptians, man. Because you come in the same spirit as ancient Egypt, from your customs, from your wickedness. Okay, the soy boy activity. Like the scripture said that they should declare they sin to Sodom. Hey, 90% of that video was showing you a bunch of sodomites, you know, and they were promoting to get the ordeal. And what are the chances that a lot of sodomites or a lot of moles came up with that particular plague? This is one dude I work with, and he's a mole. But the funny part about it is, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what if he came down with that shit? Because I haven't seen him since, I think I seen him, last Thursday, maybe the week before last. We all had a meeting yesterday that he was supposed to show up to. But for whatever reason, he can never show up to these meetings because he's always sick. And back in my mind, I'm like, what if this nigga got the plague? You know? And through the spirit, hey, call Allah Yahweh Shemi Hawashai if that is the case. Because it's time for the Most High to bring judgment on you people, man. We've been sitting back watching this bullshit ass behavior take place without any repercussions for it. Now it's time, when the prophets speak, the Most High is going to bring judgment on you. All right? It's overdue. So the word boil goes into where are we at? Sprinkle the Moses towards her. A boil goes into the Hebrew word, what is that? Shahana, which means boil, inflamed spot, inflammation, eruption. A man of leprosy, a man of a beast, but boil and inflamed spot. Okay, and when the guy lifted up his shirt, the spots were red on him. Okay, they were like bright red, and I don't even think if he paid attention that we noticed. But he was coming towards the camp, and we didn't get the camera on him because the camera was facing us. But he was coming from the other opposite side of the camera. Damn, my mind is all jumbled today. He was coming from the other side of the camera, and as he was walking towards the camp, he lifted up his shirt, and I saw a bunch of red shit on his stomach. And I didn't think none of it, but I'm like, that looked like, what if that's that, you know what? And then a brother called it. He said, man, that looked like, you know, such and such. And that's the spirit. We were just talking about it, you know? But look up what boil is. It says a boil to the boil to liquid, reach cause to temperature. Nope, not that. Let's look up a boil. It says a boil can also be called a furnicle, a deep folliculus, which is an infection of the hair follicle, but it is most commonly caused by infection by the bacterium of Staphylococcus, which is staph infection, resulting in painful swollen area on the skin caused by inflammation of pus and dead tissue. It says boils are therefore basically pus-filled nodules. Individuals boil clustered together are called carmuncles. And if you know the story of Job, the Most High Satan, the Most High allowed Satan to smite him with boils, man, to the point he couldn't even sit down. Okay, so this is going to be a painful ass disease if they let it get out of hand, you know, and they already weaponized the shit. So, yeah, you people are through, man, all right? And, hey, remember, you heard it from the men of the Lord first. So this is the book of Revelation 6, and I'm going to start at verses 7. It says, "And he had opened the fourth seal, and I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, 'Come and see.' And I looked, and behold, a pale horse." Now, when you think of something pale, you think of something that represents a dead, something dead. Like when they say, oh, you look pale, or you look dead or in a dead state, that's a pale color. So this horse represents death. which it goes to plagues, famines, okay, mass death. Okay, because we're getting ready to see a major plague break out in Babylon, man. And you people that's been proud, you've been being whores, you've been sodomites, you know, and everything that's against the scriptures, against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and against his men, you all getting ready to be smite with this plague, man. Okay, and it says here, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So that's like almost like a four-sword judgment, because for one thing, it says with the sword can be in the form of war, military tactics, you know, civil war, also chemical warfare, or germ warfare, or biological warfare. That's still considered a sword. And with hunger, because the famine, which pestilence and famine go hand in hand, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth, man. All right. So you people getting ready to catch all types of hell, because going back to this video, and I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit because I don't want to get any strikes, but peep this. It says Pakistan detects case first in Asia, Telangana today. Those look like boils, man, like little blisters. And that shit is painful as hell. Anybody ever had a blister or a boil? That shit is painful as hell. See, peep this. It says manifestations following anti-you-know-what, such and such, what is it, a multi-centric study from Turkey. And basically this is the result of shooting a J. And what are the chances that it looked like the shit that they're talking about now? We already said it years ago. We said that if people are carrying the you-know-what inside them, you know, whatever they put in their bodies, they carry that shit inside them. Now the shit is starting to manifest due to some type of chemical reaction, whether it be Esau's 5G, or he hitting the button, or he's activating the such and such inside him. And he's taking that and he's basically weaponized it, because he got people now that's talking about that they are asymptom you-know-what. Meaning they're not showing the symptoms, but yet you can still catch it, which is bullshit in my opinion. Because this is a skin infection. So how can you be asymptom you-know-what for something that's supposed to be topically? It's all bullshit, man. Look at this. And this is what they're pushing. So, yeah, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's not playing games anymore. It's finna get real grim out here. And on top of that, we're in the time of these elections too. So if they want to keep the current administration in there to push this, only thing they got to do is cause another situation like in 2020. You know, like we mentioned before, this looking like 2020 all over again. The same goddamn scenario. We were saying that at the beginning of the year. So this is the book of 2 Ezra 16. And I'm going to start at verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And that's a question Prophet Ezra was asking through the Spirit, like, damn, which proves reincarnation is biblical, by the way. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, and the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear in the beginning of evils. What should I do when all these evils shall come? And this is the time that all hell is getting ready to break loose, from civil war to economic collapse to the institution of the MOTB, to these juice mandates, to these pestilence, famines, wars, all types of stuff, man. So the Lord is getting ready to hit Babylon with plagues all at once. One plague, one judgment going to lead right into the next, into the total destruction of this place, which is going to be by the ICBM nuclear missiles. And it says here, behold, famine and plague, and that's a plague, right? Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. Why? Because your sins. You people are living high off the hog, man. Okay, and what is the fact that they showed the alphabet community? But when you go here to the book of Jeremiah, what is it? 3 and I think it's 3 and 9. No, I think it's Isaiah 1 and 9. And we get it right here. It says here, except the Lord of hosts have left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been like Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So they're comparing the sin of Sodom to the people today, because the people are engaging in the same type of behaviors, but on a far greater scale. All right. Isaiah 3, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is falling, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory. That's why all these plagues are popping out. or bust, or all these plagues are getting ready to manifest. And the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, and they hide it not. See? The sugar boy community, as we affectionately say. Look at this. All this illicit and lewd behavior, it has a consequence for it. You know? See, they thought that the Most High, I think it's a scripture in Psalms, made the 58th chapter or 55th chapter, I think it goes into how when they thought the Most High basically didn't see him, like the Most High is like, he's not going to come and recompense them for their judgments, for their wickedness. People thought this shit was cute. But see, when it starts to hit this community the most, that's when people are going to start to be all, you know, they're going to have a mournful state. Why are these people getting targeted? Why? And everybody going to try to make provisions for these people. But the fact that they're declaring a sin as Genesis, the 19th chapter, and I'm trying to pick my words wisely because Esau, he's a real demon when it comes to the algorithm. But basically, when they live out Genesis, the 19th chapter, which goes into the destruction of S and G, they're not realizing that because of their wickedness, this is why the Lord is bringing it upon them. Because these people are overly entitled, but yet you're going to have people that's going to make provisions for them. They're going to have resources for these people. And you got to come to their defense because they're living a lewd lifestyle. But nobody's going to stop and say, well, maybe because you're being this way or that way, this is the reason why this shit is happening to you. You know, that's why the scriptures say, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. Okay. Peep this. It says from thousands in 2022, just the 5 cases a week in 23, proud efforts of the despite stigma within and against the happy community, how happy men saved us from mpox. Okay. So. And I remember this commercial. They was pushing that shit, man. So anyway, it says, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness because they're going to still engage in that lewd behavior, nor always be mindful of the scourges. But behold, victual should be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils go upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead should be cast out as dung, and there shall no man be left to comfort them. For the earth should be wasted, and the city should be casted down, and there should be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. So the dead is going to be innumerable out here. All right. Ain't nobody's going to come and save the day or give the antidote, because even if you got some type of antidote to this pestilence, you still got the famine to worry about. And there's no antidote for famine. Okay. The elites ain't going to haul in extra bread and crackers and water and all that other shit. They're not going to do that. Okay, they're going to hoard the food up for themselves and people that take the MOTB. But for the rest of you people, you're getting ready to be judged on a whole different level. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord's will, you were edified. And to